So I legally changed my name to Linsey because of my own spiritual adoptions from the spirit world through ceremonies and things that I had done over the years due to the reasons why Linsey and I couldn't be a part of each other's lives in this lifetime. And the fact that her younger sister Ashley and I shared the same middle and last name was very another huge sign for me, in the sense that of whatever that I'm doing here at this time in this place had something to do with her and something between us not working out. And a lot of the times people, you'll notice with twin flames, it's not always based on gender. It's not a gender thing. It's a soul thing. And in this world, like especially now that we're in the age of Aquarius, people need to really start considering this kind of thing and looking people at souls rather than minds and bodies, because that's all irrelevant at the end of everything. It's really interesting too, because Linsey had a very similar nature to me. We had very similar gifts and inclinations as each other, and typically you do with your twin flames and people from your soul group. You guys all have you kind of speak the same language, you kind of have like the same understandings as each other, like similar experiences from past lives or polar opposite experiences, but there's this initial like communication or depth between you two, this silent, unspoken knowingness about each other. And that was my experience with Linsey. And the fact that she was so far away from me, and it was just like very profound for me. She basically she knew me so well that she played tricks on me, and she knew she was doing it too. So, and it was to humble our connection because she knows me so well. And that's only something that her and I would be able to understand about each other. But she has lots of soulmates, don't get me wrong, like I'm not special, but her and I just, from my experience in dealing with her, it was very life-changing and profound for me to have this experience with her. And I think it's strange too, because Linsey was not treated very well by men from what I'd overheard and talked to through individuals that were closer to her when she was alive, when she lived. I had very similar issues as Linsey as well. I have not been treated exactly the greatest by men in my past. So it's like, yeah, therein this lies the similar issues when you have a connection with someone and you're supposed to help guide each other, or you're supposed to like learn from each other or awaken something in each other and keep that memory of that person and that individual with you, and don't forget what they taught you. And it's funny too, because she's still online, obviously, but the last picture that she uploaded on her Facebook is a picture of her face kind of cut out of the picture, but behind her, if you're a very detail-oriented person like me, there's a picture of a painting that I gave her of Michael Jackson behind her. I would know this because I painted the painting. She, if anybody knows her and knows me, you'll know that we're not talking crazy, this is real. And she was the first person to tell me that she knew that Michael Jackson was Archangel Michael. And I'm going to eventually talk about that in a later video of my understanding in regards to that as well, some point this year. Linsey was supposed to die at the age of 22 because she was a master. She was called home by her ancestors. And it's so weird too, because I actually saw signs of it coming, and I was wondering when she was going to pass. And it's been 5 years now since she passed away. And around this time, 5 years ago, I was talking to her, and I was very worried about her. So she died on April 1st, 2015, and Linsey Jade was born in May 5th, 1992. So, and they say usually when it's your time to go is when you die around the time of that's very close to your the date you were born, and April and May are very close to each other, so it was her time. And I did not take that easy because of how much she affected me spiritually as a person. So I blamed myself for a long time for that, because I went to see her and I knew things, but I consciously couldn't contextualize it and put it into words at the time when I had visited her. And I used trial money, abuse money that I had gotten from a settlement from trauma that I endured as a child to meet her, based on things that she understood about me from other lives. And it's weird, I have this weird idea that I came back to make a sacrifice for her for stuff that she went through that was probably very similar to things that I went through in this life, but that's as far as I can kind of tell you my awareness of all that is. I'm sure if I meditated on it further and, sat with that, I would get an answer, but I don't want to drive myself crazy with this experience because it was intense enough as it was when she was alive. And when she passed on, I was really torn about that for about 3 years. And just last year, and I still feel her, I will get chills in all over my body, and I didn't even get that with my mother, and I had only met my mother once. So I don't know. That's my story, and that's my experience with my spirituality and the understandings and the concepts of what twin flames are and what people need to go through for their soul's development, of the reasons why they're here in physical form. And Linsey Jade Berardi, this beautiful Brooklyn Jewish girl from New York, just happened to be a part of my spiritual development as a person. So yeah, I guess this is sort of like a thank you to her for everything that she had taught me and shared with me when she was alive, and from the time that she passed away. And it's been 10 years since I met this person, and yeah, 5 years have gone by now and she hasn't been with us, but she is, because I can feel her sometimes. I walked into a room the other day and I heard a song playing, I could feel her standing there. So, and if you have mediumship abilities the way that I do, you'll pick up on those things. And yeah, I really am glad that I got to, I'm glad I'm so crazy enough that I spent over $1,000 on this girl to meet her for 1 day, and I literally waited 4 days at Grand Central Station in New York, being I want to meet this girl so much, I love her so much. And I had presents there like a retard, and I bought her food, and I spent money on her because I fell in love with her, and I don't know what it was about her. She was just it was I fell in love with myself. And since meeting her, I've fallen in love with myself. And I used to think I was a really ugly person before I met her, but it's a miracle how one person can sometimes just make you be wow, I'm awesome. So, and that's what she gave me. So I'll always defend her for whatever she struggled with or whatever. She was on a reality TV show which was terrible, and she only stayed 1 day, as you guys all know. So, and this isn't trying to ride anyone's coattails, I have my own gifts, I have my own potentials or whatever, but I just thought I would share that wonderful experience with this beautiful soul who happens to be from my clan, my tribe, my soul family and all that. So, and this is a thank you and farewell to those experiences, and I am who I am today because of her. Big part of who I am today is because of her. So, I love you, and thank you for everything that you've done for me. Oh, wait, since we have more time here, I will be posting more videos in relation to occult-related topics and subject matter about my personal development of myself as a soul and how I can help and impact and influence you to reach your potential as an individual for your growth, and learn the signs of what to look for, what to stay away from, so on and so forth. So, oh, and I'm in my Saturn returns right now, so this is a very profound time of great change for me, and hopefully I can help others discover that change within themselves as well.